Hi everyone, welcome back to Mei. Welcome back to Mei. Guys, today's conversation is a very interesting conversation. Whilst I am a natural girly now, there was one time in my life where I wasn't. We're having an intimate conversation today. We're going to be talking about cosmetic surgery, cosmetic procedures, just overall looks maxing, I guess. Cosmetic surgery and cosmetic procedures are especially prominent in Asia because it's more affordable, it's just more accessible, and I guess it's just more socially normal. For example, in Korea, let me look at the statistics. Let's read some statistics together. We're gonna look at Statistica because that is a little bit more reliable. Okay, so this is purely for plastic surgery, which isn't the same thing as like other cosmetic treatments and procedures. Plastic surgery is a lot more permanent and invasive. According to Statistica, of the share of respondents who have had plastic surgery in South Korea in 2020 by age and gender, we're going to be focusing on women and age because the statistics for men is quite low. So 19 to 29 years old, 25% of women have had plastic surgery. From 30 to 39, it goes up to 31% of women who have had plastic surgery. And it drops off a little bit between the ages of 40 and over 60, which is collectively around 30 something, 35. Basically, a lot of people in Korea have had plastic surgery, and honestly there's nothing wrong with plastic surgery. I don't think plastic surgery is something to be demonized. However, I do have my own beliefs that it shouldn't be normalized. You know, it does carry dangers and a false sense of reality in a way. A lot of the time it's not visible. If you have had plastic surgery, it can build unrealistic beauty standards, which these topics have been constantly debated and spoken about, so I don't really bring any new views to the table. So I also work as a model, and in the industry there is a lot of beauty enhancements. Like everyone in the creative industry, I feel like there is a higher pressure to look good. They are constantly surrounded by people who care about looks. So yeah, I think there is a higher pressure of people in the creative industry to carry out cosmetic procedures. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about my experiences. At the moment of this video, I've had nothing done. I'm a 22-year-old, but let me tell you I have had done. So last year, maybe a year and 2 months ago, I got my first ever cosmetic procedure done. Actually, you know what? I had M-sculpt once on my stomach in London, like two years ago. Yeah, that was just random. That was just like for social media. But the first time that I ever had anything injected into me was last year. I had Botox. I had Botox on both sides of my eyes because I was worried about the wrinkles here. And I had around 7 milliliters of Botox in my jaw also, which was around 3 on this side and 4 on this side. And let me tell you guys, one thing I was insecure about was like the size, not the size of my face, but like the size of my jaw. I always thought my face was very boxy and like I had big jaw, so it made my face look fat. At this time, I was more susceptible because I was really insecure about my weight at that time. The third year of university, I ended up gaining like 8 kilograms, and I felt like the most insecure I'd ever felt in my life. Like I just felt like I couldn't lose the weight, and I just always looked really fat. And I know I wasn't fat, but it's all to do with like perspective. Like the year before that, I was so skinny. I had like an 18% BMI. And then the year after, in my third year of uni, and it made me really insecure. So anyways, this was when I was in Taiwan. I think I'd been here for like 2 months or something. And I just started modeling again. I just thought my face looked boxy. So that's why I ended up getting Botox. I honestly had mixed feelings about the result. It looked great for 1 month. Like it slowly, my muscles slowly started going down and my face looked slimmer at the bottom. But then after that month, it just started going downhill. My face ended up just looking sunken. Like the bottom of my face just looked a lot smaller, but less defined. So it looked like I had a round bottom half. Like it looks like those like feeding toys that you give dogs, you know? The ones where you fill it with like peanut butter inside and then they have to like chew and like lick it. I genuinely looked like that. And here is a photo of proof. I think this was like after a month or 2 months in. And it just looked bad. I was thinking to myself like, huh, why do I look so weird? Like I thought it was supposed to make my face look slimmer, but actually it made my face, it made my face look slimmer, but it made it look like saggy and hanging. Like it did not look good. It was not the vibe. So anyways, I was like, okay, I was thinking maybe they just like overdid it. Maybe the injector overdid it. After 6 months, I was like, oh my God, I need to get it again. I was like, oh my God, like my face is getting bigger. I need to go get it again. So I went back because I was like, okay, my face looks nice for like a little bit, and like after the hanging jaw kind of subsides and my muscle starts to build back a little bit, it looks good. So maybe I can deal with like 1 month of looking bad. So anyway, Botox is only meant to last around 4 to 6 months. So 6 months after that, I go back and I tell the injector, hey, like I think last time we injected too much, so let's reduce it a little bit so I don't get this hanging jaw look. Guess what? The same thing happened. Like it over here looks like it was hanging a bit. Like it wasn't that bad, but it was kind of like jowls, I think, where the skin or like the muscle just like is so untensed. Like it's just so relaxed that it starts hanging a little bit, and then my jaw didn't look as defined. Actually, it was quite noticeable because when I went back to England, my sister said to me like, oh, I look different. Like there was something different about me. I told her and she said that like it didn't look that good. I'm pretty sure she said like it didn't look that good. And then my friend also asked me about it, and I was in my delusional phase. I genuinely thought it didn't look that different, and maybe I just lost weight, and like that's why people started thinking I looked different. But now looking back at it, it was definitely visible. I actually had another Botox session booked after 6 months, and I finally came to my senses, guys. I finally came to my senses and I realized I'm not going back. I'm cancelling my Botox appointment and I'm not doing anything else to my face. Best decision ever. So it has been around 8 or 9 months since my last Botox session. So all of it's gone away. My natural face looks way better than my face with Botox. This is just my personal experience because everyone's face is just different. Some people look absolutely great with Botox. Like it can really enhance some people's looks, but it can also really affect negatively, like people's looks negatively. I personally am not a fan of Botox due to my own personal experience, and also my experience coming out the other side and not having Botox. If there are people out there who want to get Botox and are watching this video because they're not sure whether to do it or not, honestly, it's not permanent, so you can get it done. Just please go to like a good injector, like someone who's professional and also qualified, just because you don't want to run the risk of something bad, like worse than just looking bad aesthetically, happening. So I would say like it's fine to experiment with it if you want to try it out. Like it doesn't last very long, so if you really do want to try it and see what you think about it yourself. One thing I do also want to address in this video, and I did come off Botox, is that it is like Botox and other simple and knifeless cosmetic procedures, it really can lead you down a slippery slope. Like when I was younger, I really disagreed with plastic surgery. I just thought being natural was the best, and I had my own views on it. Since coming to Asia and then proceeding to get Botox, it started to open up my mind a lot more about plastic surgery. Not in terms of other people. Like, as I grew up, I don't really care what people do with their bodies and faces, but in terms of like myself, like I started opening up my mind to like me doing stuff. I do somewhat blame botox because it is almost like smoking. Like, smoking and drinking can be like a gateway, you know, which can lead you into like harder stuff. And I do think that you can take that principle and apply it to cosmetic procedures. So you start off with like botox, and it can lead you to want to like alter other things. Like, for example, I just started to want to alter other stuff because I would feel like, oh, like I want to like look as good as I can. Like, why not change stuff? Like, why don't I get my lips done? Why don't I get my nose done? Which is ridiculous because, like, this is what I mean. People around me always tell me, May, you've got like big lips, like you have nice lips. Like, you don't need anything done. But in my head I was like, oh, like I want even fuller lips, you know? Because I'm constantly seeing on social media people with huge lips. So I feel like when you get stuff done, like botox or other less dramatic cosmetic procedures, it definitely can lead you down a slippery slope of wanting to like do more and more. It's like what people always say, when you get plastic surgery, you're gonna get more and more procedures to try and fix the plastic surgery from before. I've been working on and definitely been a lot better with like my own self-confidence, and just realizing that like there's always things that can be done to you that you might think will look better in the present, but honestly it's like a tattoo. Like, you're not gonna know if you're gonna like it in the future, and you can never go back. It's actually even more permanent than a tattoo, because a tattoo you can get removed, but with cosmetic surgeries and procedures there really is no way going back. I hope this has been helpful to some of you if you guys are deciding to get something done, or you're just curious. Honestly, take this video as you wish. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and I'm really interested in your guys' opinion about cosmetic procedures and plastic surgery, so please leave it in the comments below and let me know if you have any other questions or comments about today's video. Okay guys, love you, bye.